I genuinely feel so overwhelmed, and I feel like if a lot of Nigerians come out and start speaking on what we are actually going through, then maybe changes will be made in the government. Don't you guys think? And this video, I just want to say to our president, I don't know if there have been any other president that is terrible, but you are such a terrible president. It is so hard. So I'm coming from the supermarket where I went to get foodstuffs, and everything has gone up again. It's just like every single week prices increase. I want to know, what is the government doing about this increment? Is there going to be a particular time where prices will stop going up? Is there going to be a particular time where things are going to go back? Guys, why am I going to get a crate of egg and they're telling me it is 6.5? It doesn't make any sense. That
it's actually a very valid question. It doesn't seem like the current administration is doing anything about the cost of purchase in the market. It seems like this current administration just feel is our turn. We'll go into the administration, we'll do our time, and we'll leave, as everybody before us have done. And it's so unfortunate that during the last administration that was actually not as bad as this, there were a lot of people who were screaming on their lungs during the past administration. This was an administration that we were still buying eggs for about 800 naira, 900 naira per crate. We are buying eggs for roughly 6,500 naira now, and a lot of those people who were screaming in the last administration just became mute, as if they don't live in the same country as everybody else. I mean, the conspiracy of silence that I have noticed in this administration is mind-boggling.
egg will cost 6.5. Like, I literally can't remember when egg used to cost 800. And I'm so overwhelmed because this is literally my first time doing this adulthood thing alone. This is my first time moving out of my family house. This is my first time living by myself. And not just that, after I left the supermarket and I got home, my security is bringing NEPA bill, and NEPA bill has gone up by 2 times. Like, it's insane. I can't keep up with these bills. I am so overwhelmed and I'm so exhausted. Every single money that I have been making, I'm using it to pay bills. I don't even get to live properly. The craziest thing was, you want to go out to a certain location with your friends, and Uber is about 25,000. Like, even Uber, that we can't even take Uber. It is crazy. Like,
well, Uber being 25,000 naira, I don't necessarily think that is Nigeria's biggest problem. I mean, I think at this point, if you are considering taking an Uber that is worth 25,000 naira, that is luxury in my own opinion. That is not a necessity anymore. Of course, the price of Uber is going to go up because these guys uses fuel, they maintain their car, and the cost of everything affects them as well. But I think there is an alternative to paying 25,000 naira for Uber, which is public transportation.
why are things so expensive? And let's not even add, Lagos stinks. Lagos smells like shit. If you say, okay, I want to take a walk, I'm depressed, let me just take a walk, you can't even take a walk. Like, the place smells like crazy. Why does an entire state smell like this? And what is the government doing about the bad smell?
Yeah, I think I understand why people came for her. I think this is a very naive and a very ignorant statement to make, that Lagos stinks. I've lived in the south, I have lived in the north, and now I live in Lagos, and Lagos is probably still one of the most beautiful states that I have seen in this country. So to come out to say Lagos stinks is probably either ignorant or the part of Lagos that you live in. Obviously, there are parts of Lagos that are not clean. You look at somewhere like Island, for example, that's where the rich people stay, so of course it's going to be clean. But even on the mainland, the only place I think this argument is going to be valid for is probably somewhere like the Mile 12 market. I mean, when you go to that market, yes, I can probably agree that yes, that particular market is wild. But other than Mile 12 market, I don't necessarily know any part of Lagos that is as unclean as she's describing it. So I think I understand why people, especially Lagosians, will come for her from that statement. And I don't even know the relevance of the statement to the underlying theme of her message, which is that things are expensive in the market. If the underlying theme of your argument is that things are expensive in the market, what is the importance of just throwing that random context in there that somehow Lagos stinks? What are you trying to achieve by throwing that there?
Everything is just so overwhelming. You want to start up a business, and now you have to take a loan to start up a business, and the loan you don't even know if you can actually repay it, because the business, I don't know, I'm just so tired. Like, why is no one saying anything about it? Being an NYSC copper, there's nothing beneficial about this whole NYSC thing. The money I spend on transportation is just more than the alawi the government gives me. Like, it doesn't, I can't keep up. Like, I'm so tired of this bill. And
So true. I mean, what exactly is the usefulness of the so-called NYSC program? What is it useful for? We keep spending, I'm pretty sure, millions of dollars every year budget for this program, and I don't see the usefulness. Why not just use that millions of dollars we are spending on this program and use it to empower this youth who should be going into the program for the purpose of some entrepreneurship program or something that can benefit their life? I still don't see the relevance and the importance of this NYC program today, when it's just a 1 year young people just go to waste their time when they could already be in the job market try to hustle for a living. So yeah, I think I agree with her. I think they should just scrap the program, honestly. I don't think it's of any use to anybody.
I can't keep up. I am overwhelmed and I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's too much, and I wish that we would start calling the government out heads on. For example, Tinubu, you are a terrible president. Like, what are you doing to help us? What are you doing to help the economy? You are so terrible. I'm so sick and tired of Nigerians acting like we are strong, and they say, oh, Nigerians, we are actually very strong. Oh, no matter how much they increase things, we still chest it. No, it is not cute. We are cowards. That is a cowardly behavior. You don't stand to ask people, oh, why is this expensive? For example, MTN, what the fuck is even going on? Literally, I spend over like 20,000 on data in a week, and I'm not even joking. 1.5 data cannot even last me for an entire day. I have to do 1.5 like 2 times a day, which is like 3,000 a day. It is too much. Like, what are you guys doing about it? Like, what is happening? I'm tired of paying bills. I feel like
this is also true. I think we need to call out the telecommunications companies out on this. I don't necessarily think it's a unique problem with MTN, but they are really, really scamming us in this country. I work remotely, for example, and on an average in a month, I spend between 30k and 60k on data just to be able to work from home. So it is terrible. I think we should call the telecommunications out, and we need to demand that they give us some kind of explanation as how this data runs out so quickly. I mean, I can't imagine how many times I've gotten data to do something, and I notice I've not even done half of what I need the data to do, and the data is already exhausted, and I know the size of what I'm trying to use my data for. It just doesn't make any sense.
I don't have anything. I feel like I don't have any achievement to call my own. Every single time that I work hard, I'm spending it back in the economy to pay bills, and I wasn't created to pay bills. I'm just really tired, and I just want our money to count for something. And when is the government going to actually start working? Because Nigerians are so classist. Everybody now wants to behave as if they are rich. Everybody is faking wealth, but we are ending up being poor because we are struggling so hard to look rich. We're ending up being poor. So I need us as Nigerians to please start calling the government out. We should be tired of this by now. We need to call the government out. Prices need to start one place. Food needs to start one place. The economy needs to start one place. Like, we are tired. It's just too much. The more you work hard to achieve something, the higher it gets. The dream car that I was saving money for has literally gone double. I can't even afford it anymore. Instead, I'm going to use my money to buy to just keep paying bills. And now house rent is double. Like, I am so sick and I'm so tired of this, and I really need the government to intervene because I am so overwhelmed.
Basically, I think she spoke the minds of a lot of Nigerians. Aside the Lagos Thinks comment, I don't think there's any reason why anybody should come for this young lady. And I think they've come for her so much now that some people are actually threatening her with a phone call. They are sending threatening voice messages to her. And it is unfortunate because we have left a young NYSC copper to hold the line for all of us. And in that sense, she has now become a target. And that is why it is imperative that we spread this risk around so that we don't leave it for one person holding the line for everybody, because they might be able to target one person, but they can't target all of us. So it's imperative for everybody to speak out on this. I don't think she has said anything that should warrant the kind of criticism that she has gotten on the internet, like I said, except the Lagos State comment. And I've also seen some people who try to argue that, oh, the government is our employee, so she shouldn't be speaking like this. The last time I checked, just because she's a government employee doesn't mean the price of buying everything she needs to buy is going to be cheaper in the market. So if she's feeling the pain like everybody else, why should she not be able to complain like everybody else? I mean, it sounds like a dumb argument to me to say because she's a government employee, therefore she shouldn't voice her concern, as the cost of things in the market has skyrocketed over a short period of time. I don't see how that argument can be valid to anybody who has a brain better than that of a tapeworm. So let me know in the comment section what the cost of buying things is in your area. Please like the video, please subscribe. See you on the next one.